I did like this little picture filter yesterday. I don't know if I care for it today. It's like April Fools. But listen, real quick. Have y'all ever found yourself, I don't want to just out the gate say found yourself settling, because it gives beneath you. That might be what it is. Okay, we just gonna keep it a bean. Have you ever found yourself settling? Like, you got to be grown, you got to be an adult, you got to, take it to the chin with me. But have you ever found yourself in a situation, whatever the situation, and a lot of people may feel like it's just, this is solely, when we speak about settling, that is solely based on relationship status or partner status or whatever status with people. You can settle in many different areas of your life. So when I say settling, yes, settling, accepting, going with the flow, like being too open to the point of not having or keeping certain boundaries. Have you? Let me know. Well, you ain't gotta let me know, but if you have, think about the situation, think about whatever it is. Just think about that moment right now. Go ahead, think about it. I'll wait. Let me know when you got it. Well, you ain't gotta let me know, but yeah. You're thinking about it. You got a situation in your head. Okay. Now, let's think about once you made the decision to do so. Let's now think about the pros and the cons of that situation. Whatever. That relationship. The pros, the cons. Because usually, okay, let's talk relationships. Settling for relationships that do not serve your highest good. And a lot of times we use the term settling, but it's easy for us to settle when we have not truly come into our full version of ourselves, our true selves, like our higher selves, So a lot of times you be like, well, you got to ask yourself, did I settle? Or did I just not want to get out of my comfort zone? Did I choose to stay within my comfort zone? Because a lot of times we do things because that's what we're used to. I know how to deal. I'm comfortable doing with this. I'm comfortable dealing with that. That's a way to settle as well. Staying inside of your comfort zone for too long. And then you look around and you see that I'm still doing the same thing that I was doing when I was in my 20s or my 30s. Oh, don't do too much. I'm still in my 30s, okay? Don't do too much. But I'm speaking on an overall scale for anyone who may come across this. I'm still doing things that I was doing in my 20s. I'm still doing things that I was doing when I was in my 30s. I'm still doing things that I was doing when I was in my 40s. I'm still doing things that I was doing when I was in my 50s. Whatever scale you fall, that's for you. But it's a matter of settling for your comfort zone. Like me, I'm gonna keep it a bean. I've been a phlebotomist for almost 14 years or more. Yeah, my daughter, 13, teenager. Yes, I have a 13-year-old. Yes. Touch your nose. But yeah, just a little, we're going to speak on me for a few moments, not for too long. But my daughter, she's 13, just turned 13 the end of last year. And when I started phlebotomy, I was pregnant with her. And I was doing that for a very, very, very long time. And I started out at a hospital. Didn't last there long. Didn't last there long at all. I was there for a few months. And shortly after, I was working with Quest Diagnostics. And I was working at Quest for years. And right up until like the last 3-4 years of me being with the company was when I started, climbing the ladder, per se. So I started there as a temp. You know how you come through the temp agency. I started there as a temp, and then when I left Quest, I had been a float / trainer, site lead. I wore many hats being there with that company, and I got comfortable, And even with all of the changes that were happening, because I was comfortable, I stayed. And, I took the many little steps that I could take while I was there because I knew it. Like, I knew the ins and outs with my eyes closed, So I just got comfortable. And, even when I started seeing the shade, sometimes it takes a long time for you to see the shade when you shine. And I'm just keeping it to me. If you are a person that exudes light, it might take a minute for you to catch the shade. It might take a minute. It took me a minute to catch a lot of shade that was happening. It took me a little minute. And then when I start catching it, you try to benefit of doubt people and all that other type of stuff, and you try to go through the different channels of giving a person or people or whatever the opportunity to change or fix whatever the issue might be. But within the same vein, you know professionalism. You've been around, you see. So it's just like a matter of, time and chance. Time, chance, opportunity.
In a quarter mile, keep the wilds loop.
And then you just have to come to a place of, okay, then cool. When you see that things are not changing, when you see that people are not changing, when you see that people don't have your best interest at heart, now you just got to be like, okay, because I'm comfortable, am I going to accept? Am I going to settle? Am I going to just allow? And when you allow certain things, people start feeling like they got the one up because you are allowing yourself to be in the situation. People tend to forget that you were the missing link. You were what was needed the whole time. And I'm just using my situation with a company that I was with for years. And don't get me wrong, I love Quest Diagnostics. I do. I've been with the company for years. But, it don't matter. You can't let your comfort, you can't let the time that you've been at a place or the time that you've known a person, you can't let it interfere with your growth. If a person is more comfortable with you being beneath them, if a person is not comfortable with you sitting at the table with them, when it comes to career, goals, dreams, aspirations, they don't want you to sit at the table with them in that vein, but they're okay with you sitting at the table with them, stuffing down your face and throwing back margaritas. That's the only time you're okay to sit at the table with them. Watch those people. Watch those kind of people, because they don't mean you no good. If you desire to vibe and hang and chill with me outside of work and all that type of stuff, all right, put me in a position. I'm qualified And a lot of times, you could be more qualified than them. And that's why they don't want you sitting with them. Pay attention. You give what they're trying to give. So they don't want you sitting with them. You have to be very, very careful, because those kind of people are only keeping you around to make sure you don't go above them. Baby, they don't even want you sitting with them. You understand? They don't even want you sitting with them. So, you have to let people be. Because when you are just created to be what you were created to be, everything is going to work out for you. It don't matter where you go. It don't matter where you go. It don't matter what you do. Anything you pursue is going to prosper. Because you were created for success. And a lot of people just keep people around them that were created for success to see what they can gain. They'll keep people around them that's created for success to see what they can gain, to see what they can pick up on, to see what your ideas are. But they don't want the people above them to know that you gave those ideas. They don't want the people above them to know that you told them how to type that paragraph. They don't want the people above them to know that everything that they spitting was your idea. You know, so you just got to let people be. Like, because I don't go, listen, I ain't never been the type to go back and forth about nothing. This the game you want to play? Play it by yourself. With somebody else, you know? Go where you were created to be. A lot of times, we ain't even supposed to be in certain areas for that long. A lot of times, you only supposed to be where you are for a season. Don't miss the seasons. Don't settle. Like, I have a 5-year-old and a 13-year-old. I ain't finna sit around here and keep playing with y'all. Especially not about no check that I can go get anywhere. You feel me? No, I'm not finna do that. Don't career-wise, don't settle. When it comes to relationships, don't settle. Because let's say you okay, let's just say you meet somebody, and this is not my situation, but let's just say I ain't never been in a situation like this. Let's just say you meet somebody, and you know, and homegirl was into you, you know, trying to get at you bad, like, ooh, I want you, and then boom, you like, okay, you give them a little time, you see what they buy, they cute. They talk a good game. Y'all vibe, whatever. But this person, their mental is not where your mental is. You know, they hustle, they grind is not where your hustle, your grind is. You know, but they're making themselves available to you. And you know, in between time, in the meantime, in between time, you just you vibe, you kick the bubble. But there are pros and cons to every situation that you settle for. There are pros and cons to them all. Now, you done caught feelings. She probably done caught feelings, but there is no real type of long-term goal type commitment. So now you just got another individual that you don't even really see yourself with. That you don't even see yourself doing life with. You just got another individual. And it's all because, what? You was bored? Let me tell y'all, when you are bored, let me tell y'all something. If you are in, like right now, there's absolutely no time where I'm not in grind mode. Like I said earlier, I have a 5-year-old, I have a 13-year-old, and I am a single mom. You know, everything gets done off my income. So I really don't have much time to play. I don't have much time. So I'm not gonna be around here playing nothing with nobody that I don't see being in my future for real. Not like that. You know, not on that type of time. Because, like, why would I do that? Because you're going to feel away when I do get everything lined up the way that I want everything lined up, and then I don't even consider you. You're going to feel away. I might even feel away because, you know, being the nice person that I am, the person who, you know, settles and all of that type of stuff, I might just drag you along. But now when I do come across paths with a person that really might be the person, I can't even really step the way I want to step because I got a straggler. And that's one thing that I learned. Like, I'm straight to the point. I don't even play, because not to throw no shade, but it ain't too many people that I have ever dealt with that don't still be checking for me now. You understand? So I'm very aware, I'm very conscious of the way that I deal with you, the way that I handle you. There's I don't care what nobody else think is going on. The person that I'm dealing with, they know exactly what's going on. You know, they know exactly what's happening. You know, and it's never no bad blood. There's only one person that walks the face of this earth that if I saw them burning, I wouldn't sprinkle nothing on it. I wouldn't even spit on the fire. There's only one person, and that one person knows who they are. I am cool with everybody. You know, it ain't no bad blood. I don't move like that. I don't move like that. A lot of people don't like to accept certain things, but the truth of the matter is, it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. You know, and that's just, we're adults. So in your moment of settling, debating, deciding who, what, when, where, and why, be sure not to settle in ways that will cost you in the long run. You got to make sure. You got to make sure it's not something that's going to cost you in the long run, because I don't play around. I don't play around with people. Look, it's A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But me, it's always A, baby. Always A. Why you think my name start with A, baby? First. Alicia. A-L-Y-S-H-A. First. Yeah, the first will be first and the last will be first. You like, y'all got to see what's going on, baby. Don't let nobody play with you. Don't let nobody play with you. I would who? The first step to you being played with is allowing people to play with you. And you playing with you, because, baby, you playing with me is you playing with you. Because I don't, you know, not to toot my own horn, but toot. I don't play with people. I don't play with people, and I'm one of the best people to have on your team. But don't think you gonna ever outplay or outsmart me on no level. Like, cause what I started out talking about, settling. Don't settle career wise, don't settle relationship wise, don't settle for your, like, livelihood wise, because, yeah, boom, like I said, I'm a single mom, right? I could have just went with the woo, you know, apply for this, apply for that, fit in this category of this, grant this, and bro, my life right now revolves around my children. My children don't revolve around me. That's not how that works. I brought my children into this world. What they can and cannot do, or can be capable of doing, should not be based upon my mistakes. Should not be based upon my decisions. They're children. They're children. You know, a lot of people look at me crazy because I'm renting out a house. I was supposed to be in a 2-bedroom forever. I have 2 kids now, a boy and a girl. I'm just supposed to stay in a 2-bedroom forever? No, my kids shouldn't have to wait years and years and years for me to get my credit right, because I don't want to pay that much money. No, they didn't ask to be here. So they should not be subject to me being comfortable. Baby, I if it's a bag to be got, I'ma get it. You know? And who finna sit back and wait? Wait on who? Wait on what? That's the problem. Stop sitting back waiting for people to save y'all. Because truth be told, a lot of situations we were in because we decided to be in them. Don't base your whole life on one bad decision, one bad choice, one mistake. Don't set your course based upon a bad decision, a moment of settling. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't let a moment of settling, a decision of settling, transform your whole world. Okay, I settled back then, but guess what? Motion, baby. Motion. And you know, sometimes it be those same things that people thought would slow you down, would cripple you, would affect you. It'd be that same thing that really just lit a match up under you. Because about my kids? Okay. Okay, God don't play about me. I will never play about my kids. Their upkeep. And sit back and wait on who? You know, you can't put your life in the hands of other people. Stop putting your life in the hands of other people. Stop letting people dictate how far you're going to go in life. Don't let people do that. If you let people do it, that's what's going to happen. I'll tell y'all this. Y'all need to, if y'all are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, y'all need to go subscribe to my YouTube channel, because all I do is drop gems. All I do is give the extra oomph that you might need, because I know life, the different things that we have to go through and face in life, it will somehow at times seemingly feel to be so much. And sometimes all you need is that extra push. And that's all, you know, that's all I do. All I do is encourage, you know. Because truth is, everything you need is in God. And, you know, people might say, oh, that's all I talk about. That's all I talk about. Because, baby, that's all I got. Big G-O-D on the side, baby. That's all I got, you know. That's my writer. For real. And it's crazy because, you know, the type of illusion that has been placed on the way God perceives us and the way that we perceive God. Like, man, if don't nobody tell you, I'ma tell you, God loves you. God is very present with you, you know. Lean, trust, seek ye God. Seek God for whatever. Right there, ready, waiting to get you through whatever you need to get through, you know. Yeah. Stop settling for that third party stuff that we were taught that we supposed to have, that we need. You don't need that. You don't need that. You need to tap into your creator. Why? Because your creator created you. Your creator created you. What my child look like calling somebody else to get to me. Okay. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Now, if you weren't created by God, and I ain't talking to you, I'm talking to those that God created. Okay? Yeah. Even God and the devil has a relationship. You big and more badder than the devil? I don't think so. They got a relationship. He go holler at God about almost any and everything. Okay, y'all better wake up. I love y'all. I do. I'm out here doing my 1-2. But, yeah. I said all of that to say, don't settle. Don't settle for change. I'm sorry. Don't settle for comfort. Don't settle because you're bored. If you got free time, work on something. Study something. Rest. You know, work out. Don't settle, because those moments of settling can set you back. Oh, that's a whole nother message for a whole nother day. That very moment of settling can set you back. Okay? So don't do it. Much love. BJ.